Yes, again, excuse the background. I'm sitting on the floor in my guest room at my parents' house, so this little thingy is standing there, but it is my background sweetheart for this moment. But anyway, let's talk semifinal 2, shall we? And semifinal 2, we have the odds here. So the odds will have put through Austria, Finland, Israel, Malta, Australia, Luxembourg, Lithuania, Greece, Czechia, and Armenia. So the odds will have sent out Latvia, Serbia, Denmark, Ireland, Georgia, and Montenegro. But if we look at the actually top 10, I'm gonna say what a landslide victory for Israel, because Israel had 203 points. I think Wall of Sham said that the maximum points for a semifinal, it is like 228 points. So Israel was so close to pull out a landslide victory and a perfect score for a semifinal. And here comes a little bit of dilemma, because many people are now accusing Israel for buying their votes. I mean, I'm gonna say I am very much online, and when it is the Eurovision season, I am very, very much in it, but I have not seen one. But then also, I think the fandom sometimes needs to realize, there's a whole other world outside the Eurovision bubble. People have never watched Eurovision up until the semifinals, and I can take my mother as example. She doesn't watch. She and I and my nephew was at the Melfest finals, but then she has not watched one song unless they come on the radio. One song until the semifinal goes live. And she said it herself that Israel was the only one out of the semifinal 2 that she got chills. She was like, ooh. So I think the fandom needs to I'm gonna say I have my opinion, of course, what's going on in Israel and Israel and Gaza and the conflict. But I try to, when I'm looking at this result, I try to separate that, be like, we are talking about the song, the singer, that's it now. I'm not talking about the history of it. I don't talk about politics in another country. That's not what I'm here to do. So I think it is hard for people to separate that, because they want to, please the fans, please some part of the fandom to get more votes and get more clicks and likes and be like, oh. And we all saw the turquoise red carpet. Apparently there was so close for a stage invader during the finals for Israel. I was like, yeah. But Israel pulled ahead again with the televotes. I'm gonna say, you can say what you want about Israel as a country. I have a lot of opinions, but they can't pull out a good song. Israel can't pull out a good song. We saw that with Eden Golan last year. We saw it with Yuval Rafael this year. It was a spectacular, magical moment. And thank you so much for having me on Israeli TV. Woohoo! It was the first time I was on TV. But again, I think the fandom, some weird part of the fandom needs to realize there are some parts of the world who doesn't watch Eurovision, who is not interested in Eurovision, who is not the geeks as the Eurovision world is. And they maybe were just watching this for the first time and love the song. And we have to accept that. But anyway, Israel won with the landslide. Then Latvia came in second. I think that was very surprising. And then Finland, Erika Wickman came in third. Greece fourth. Austria only fifth, with 100 points behind Israel. That is a lot of points. Lithuania came in 6th, Luxembourg 7th, Denmark 8th, and then we have Malta and Armenia. Poor my milkshake man was the only one who was slightly close to go through the finals, but 10 points is still also a little bit far away, because 2, 3, I'm gonna say 5. I talk about 5 points, I'm gonna say then you're very, very close. 10 points feels like a lot in just a semifinal. And then we have Czechia came in 12 with 29 points, but because now you see the gap down. Ireland came in 13 with 28, and Serbia 28 too, and Georgia 28. I think Ireland got more 12. I think Ireland get the 13th placement because she got more points from more countries. Same with Serbia and not with Georgia. And Montenegro came in last. Oh, I feel bad because Montenegro had such a good song, and I feel like it was the placement for her in the finals that really screwed her over. Because placement in the semifinal that really screwed her over. I have not dissected how Luxembourg did in the finals, but like I said, if we compare to Armenia came in 10, that was the same with this result. Otherwise, I think this result was way off with the odds. I mean, because the odds are saying, again, Austria came in first. No. Finland second. No, she came third. Malta, Israel third. She won this landsliding. Malta fourth. She came 9. Australia fifth. They came 11. Luxembourg 6. She came 7. Pretty close though. Lithuania 7 here, but they came 6th in the live result. Greece 8, she came 4th. Czechia 9, he came 12, and then Armenia came in 10. So, and Armenia was very close. Armenia was correct, the only one. Oh, and then you have. I think this is the most shocking. We talked about the odds. The fact that, sure, Israel was 3rd in the odds, but Latvia was 11, and they came 2nd. Serbia 12, they came 14. Denmark came 13, she came 8. Ireland came 14, she came 13 here in the results. Georgia came 15, and Montenegro came 16. So they had pretty much a good result with the bottom 2, but overall the odds is way off. You can tell that the odds are very way off, and it is very interesting to see the fandom and the odds and the public. Sometimes we don't agree. So let's see the scoreboard. Let's dissect the scoreboard. I mean, let's see here. Israel, how many 12 points did Israel get? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 11, 13, 12 points. Out of 17 possible. Yeah, I think that's the most shocking. Let's see. I have to do this again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 13. 13 possible 12 points, and Israel got them. And then she got a 10, 10, 10. She gave it. Wow, 13, 12 points and 10, 3 10s, and then she got an 8 and a 7 and a 2. Almost a perfect result, if you ask me. But then we're looking. I mean, what is it else to dissect with these results besides the fact that Israel won with the landslide? Montenegro got 12 points from Serbia. Great, thank you. That was very nice. Serbia got a 12. Serbia gave their 12 to Montenegro. That was nice. That was beautiful. Anyway, let's see. Latvia, they got 12 points. They got a 12 points from Lithuania. I think Lithuania gave the 12 points in the finals as well with the juries. Finland got 1, 2, 3 12 points, and then it was pretty mediocre results with the other points. Greece got 12 points from Armenia, and then Germany, Luxembourg, and Montenegro and Serbia gave her 10 points. Austria, this is pretty shockingly low for Austria to come in 5th here. Not even 10 points. Otherwise, it was 8 and down. Lithuania got 12 points from Latvia. They like each other. And then 10 points. Luxembourg just got 10 points. That's the highest. Denmark 8. Malta also 8. Armenia got 12 points. I think that is what saved Armenia to go through to the finals. From Georgia and Israel gave the 12 points to Armenia. I think that is what saved Armenia. Poor Milkshake Man got 6 as the highest. And then we see Serbia and Montenegro sharing 12 points in the bottom, and Georgia got a 10 from Armenia, and Serbia got a 10 too. Well, okay. So, yeah, there's not much else to say. The fact that but Israel dominated this semifinal. Israel dominated this semifinal. It's crazy. 13-12 points. And 3 10s shows, so she was pretty much close to a perfect score. It will be interesting to see in those countries when she got just 10 points, how close was she in the televotes to get the 12 points. Pretty much a perfect score. Anyway, I don't know there's much else to say about this, but holy hell. The odds in the public is way off. But anyway, this is my opinions about the semifinal. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We have the finals left to talk about, but until then, toodles. Oh hi, you're still here. I hope you have not forgotten to subscribe. So subscribe here and look for the recommended video over here and end credit now. Bye.